Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. My humble obeisances to all the devotees who have assembled for this session today. I was asked by the devotees to speak on the cultural nuances of Vaishnavism. Okay, so what is Vaishnava culture? As Vaishnavas or as practitioners of Vaishnavism, what kind of culture are we supposed to maintain or imbibe, demonstrate? What does Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita say about it? What does Srimad Bhagavatam say about it? That's what we're going to discuss for the next 1 hour. Okay. And if anyone would like to add some points or ask some questions, you're welcome at the end. Okay. Thank you. So let's begin. So Vaishnava culture is the heart of our spiritual life. Because we get the seed of bhakti from a bona fide guru. Bhakti Lata Bija, you understand? Chaitanya Charitamrita terminology is we get the seed of Bhakti Lata. The progress of our spiritual life is compared with the development of a creeper of devotion. Okay, that is called Bhakti Lata. And the seed of the Bhakti Lata, seed of the devotional creeper, is given to us by a bona fide Vaishnava Guru. Right? So we receive the seed from Guru. But for the seed to grow into a nice lata, nice creeper, what is required? You plant the seed in the soil and then the seed has to grow. So will it grow? Water. You have to constantly water the seed. Regularly supply required amount of water to the seed, then it will grow. So initiation or instruction from a bona fide Vaishnava Guru is compared to receiving the potent seed. But instruction or initiation or whatever from an Vaishnava is not like receiving potent seed. Just like you fry the seeds and you plant the seed, it will not give rise to any plant, isn't it? Similarly, if we receive some advice or guidance from someone who is not a Vaishnava, we cannot advance in spiritual life. So we need guidance from someone who is already practicing the spiritual path with all integrity, with all humility. So then we can receive that seed of devotional creeper from the authentic source. So then, as you said, we need to water the seed. So what is this watering the seed? The watering the seed is compared with Shravanam and Kirtanam. All these are examples from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? Shravana, Kirtana are the necessary waters that nourish the devotional creeper, right? But just by regularly supplying water to the devotional creeper, the creeper will not grow luxuriantly. Something else is also required. So you have the potent seed and you're regularly supplying the water. That does not mean the creeper will grow luxuriantly. You need fertile land also, right? The land, soil is not fertile then although you have a potent seed and although you are regularly supplying water, the plant will not grow. The seed will not grow. Okay. So what is that? Fertility of soil compared with. That's the Vaishnava culture. That's the Vaishnava qualities that we are supposed to develop. Humility, gratitude, compassion, satisfaction, patience, tolerance, respecting other devotees for what they are, not hankering for credit for oneself, not boasting about oneself, not being very proud, not being envious. So these are the qualities that a devotee has to develop. So that's the fertility of soil. Our soil is fertile, means the heart has to be filled with all these good qualities, then the soil is said to be fertile. In such a fertile ground, the seed of devotion grows luxuriantly, and the creeper reaches the lotus feet of Krishna. Is it okay with this comparison? You are able to follow this comparison? So now let's try to till the land, let's try to make the soil fertile, or let's try to understand how to make the soil fertile. So these are the cultural nuances of Vaishnavism that we are going to discuss today. So Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita demonstrates this Vaishnava culture. How Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dealt with all his devotees, how the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dealt with other devotees, they reveal the finer nuances of Vaishnava culture to all of us, right? For example, once Rupa Goswami came to our Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Rupa Goswami at Prayaga on his way to Vrindavan, and he instructed Rupa Goswami, you should come to Jagannath Puri also once. My instruction to you is to stay at Vrindavan and do your service, write books and then excavate holy places, erect temples and establish worship of Radha and Krishna. But I also request you to come to Jagannath Puri once, right? We'll meet there for some time. Now on my travel, during my travel we met, but my headquarters is in Jagannath Puri, so you come there and we'll meet there. Okay. So Rupa Goswami traveled all the way to where Jagannath Puri. Then Rupa Goswami, he has already received instruction from Mahaprabhu to write books, right? So Rupa Goswami Rupa Goswami started writing the book. Then in the book, he wanted to write Krishna Leela, and somehow by the inspiration of Satyabhama, who appeared in his dream, Rupa Goswami divided the book into two parts. One part dealing with Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, another part dealing with Krishna's pastimes in Dwarka. One is Vidagdha Madhava, another is Lalita Madhava. So he started writing the book and he came to Jagannath Puri. He is continuing to write the book. Then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in the Ratha Yatra, Jagannath Ratha Yatra. There, Mahaprabhu was in the mode of Srimati Radharani and he saw Jagannathji. Jagannathji is Krishna for Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu himself is Radharani, right? In the mode of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu is calling Krishna to Vrindavan. So, when all the gopis of Vrindavan met Krishna in Kurukshetra, there the gopis of Vrindavan could not relish Krishna's form. Because in Vrindavan, Krishna appears like a cowhead boy and he is wearing a peacock feather and he has some Vaijayanti mala, he has some Gunja mala, he is so simple in his attire and he is so lovable, he is so innocent. But as a Dwaraka prince, Krishna is surrounded by so many soldiers, ministers, chariots and elephants. But in Vrindavan, Krishna is surrounded by cowhead boys, Gopas, Madhumangal. He is very playful there. He is surrounded by cows, calves, monkeys, peacocks, parrots, deer. So they are his associates. But here, horses and elephants are there. Okay, there in Vrindavan, Krishna wears a simple bun of hair, or he wears some small turban. But in uh, Dwaraka, Kurukshetra, he was wearing a crown, and he's on the chariot. In Vrindavan, Krishna doesn't drive a chariot; he walks barefoot. Okay. So seeing this grand, magnificent attire of Krishna, the gopis of Vrindavan felt separation from Krishna in the presence of Krishna. Right? So then, in their hearts, they were pulling Krishna to Vrindavan. Right? So they were pulling Krishna towards Vrindavan, and that is Ratha Yatra. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the mode of Srimati Radharani, is calling Jagannath Ji, who is Krishna, to Vrindavan. Fine? I'm just making the story context clear. Then Rupa Goswami saw Mahaprabhu very nicely dancing and chanting in great ecstasy in the mood of Srimati Radharani, and he's having some exchanges with Jagannath Ji. He was speaking some words that nobody could understand, but Rupa Goswami could understand Mahaprabhu's heart. So nobody in those days could understand that Mahaprabhu is in the mood of Radharani and considering Jagannath Ji as Krishna in Vrindavan and trying to have a conversation with him. People could not understand it. Mahaprabhu singing something, they couldn't figure out what he was saying. But Rupa Goswami could figure out. And he wrote a beautiful poetry on the feelings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Rath Yatra. Right? That's one shloka. One day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw what Rupa Goswami wrote. And his handwriting is like row of pearls. Very beautiful. Right? You don't need to type. You can directly see it's not like a doctor's prescription. Right? It's so beautiful. So Mahaprabhu is impressed with the handwriting externally, and Mahaprabhu is impressed with the meaning of the shloka internally, right? So he appreciated him. Many things happened. And after that, he went to Rupa Goswami's place one more time, and he saw Rupa Goswami writing another shloka about the glorification of the holy name. Tunde Tandavini Ratim Vitanute Tundavali Labhaye Karnakrodakadambini Ghatayate Karnarbhute Spruham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyana Kritim No Jane Janitaki Yadhiramurtaihi Krishneti Varnadvayi. The meaning of this shloka is that when the holy name of Krishna is dancing on my tongue, I desire millions of tongues. Okay? And when the holy name of Krishna is entering my ear holes, I desire millions of ears to relish the sound vibration of Krishna. And when the holy name of Krishna is dancing in the courtyard of my heart, all my senses become inert. I am completely absorbed and immersed in this holy name, Krishna. By the way, all of us have this potential to relish the holy name to this degree. We desire millions of tongues to chant the holy name of Krishna. We can desire millions of ears to hear the sweetness of Krishna's holy name. We have this potential, but because of so many distractions, we are unable to access our own potential to relish Krishna's name like this. But we should continue to practice, right? Coming back to this shloka, Mahaprabhu read this shloka. He said, I have not seen such a sweet description of Krishna's name so far. Rupa Goswami is writing in the last line, No jane janita ki yadhiramrtaihi krishneti varnadvayi. I don't understand what great sweetness is embedded, what great nectar is embedded within these two syllables of Krishna. No jane janita ki yadhiramrtaihi krishneti varnadvayi. Mahaprabhu is so impressed. The next day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called all his personal associates. You know who are they? Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Swarupa Damodar Goswami, Ramananda Rai, and many other great personalities or very great scholars. So Mahaprabhu brought all these great scholars to Rupa Goswami and said, Rupa Goswami, you please recite your shlokas. Let my all associates hear these shlokas, what you have written. So basically, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is doing one thing, two things. He is revealing the quality, the mood of Rupa Goswami, and he is also revealing the mood of all the other associates like Swarupa Damodar Goswami, who is that, Ramanandra, etc., Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So what he wants to reveal from their characters. When Rupa Goswami is glorified so much by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is there any envy in the hearts of Swarupa Damodar Goswami or who is that, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya or Ramanandra? No envy, zero envy. And when these Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally and all these great scholars, they are glorifying Rupa Goswami, is there any pride in Rupa Goswami's heart? Zero pride. This is Vaishnava culture, right? A devotee may be very accomplished. A devotee may be very, very advanced in bhakti. He may be expert in doing services. He may be a great poet. He may be a great scholar. But seeing such a devotee, other devotees don't feel a sense of insecurity or envy or jealousy. And the devotee who is talented, he doesn't feel a sense of pride or superiority complex over other devotees. Rupa Goswami had absolutely no superiority complex or pride just because he is being glorified by Mahaprabhu. He is identified as great scholar and great poet. And on the other hand, all these great associates like Ramanandra, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Swarupa Damodar Goswami, they had no iota of, no tinge of envy towards him. They were glorifying him. And they were saying that, Swarupa Damodar Goswami saying, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami has received your profuse blessings. I can understand this. Without your blessings, without your empowerment, how could he understand your heart that you are revealing, that you are pouring out in Jagannath Rath Yatra? Mahaprabhu's Radha Bhav is not understood by everyone, but Rupa Goswami could understand. That's why Rupa Goswami is Sri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale. So he could understand Mahaprabhu's mood and he established Mahaprabhu's desire in this world through his writings. There is another shloka in glorification of Rupa Goswami. Priyaswarupe Daitaswarupe Premaswarupe Sahajabhirupe. Priyaswarupe. Rupa Goswami is very close to the heart of Swarupa Damodar Goswami. Anyways, let me not go so much into glorification of Rupa Goswami, but the point is, Rupa Goswami did not have any pride and other associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not have any envy. This is Vaishnava culture. So we need to celebrate the success of other Vaishnavas. When another Vaishnava is doing great service and other devotees are excelling in their service, they are experts in doing their service, or when they are getting a lot of appreciation and recognition for their service, they are worshipping the deities so nicely, they are reading the scriptures so nicely, they are preaching so nicely, they are expanding the Krishna consciousness movement so nicely, that should not fill our hearts with any sense of insecurity or envy or jealousy. We should rejoice their success. When we are able to do all the services effectively, that should not fill our hearts with envy. That should not fill our hearts with pride or superiority complex. We should be humble. I did whatever I did only by the grace of Krishna, only by the grace of Guru, only by the grace of Prabhupada, only by the grace of Parampara. I did whatever I could do. So a Vaishnava is one who never takes credit for one's activities, devotional success. A Vaishnava is one who humbly transfers the credit of one's success to the Parampara and Prabhupada and Krishna and all the Vaishnavas. So an average conditioned soul has great greed to accept credit for one's activities and shift blame if there is anything wrong in one's activities. Blame, shift it. Credit, accept. That's the nature of an average conditioned soul. But a Vaishnava is not like this. A Vaishnava accepts responsibility for mistakes and transfers credit for success. to Guru, Krishna and Vaishnavas. This is Vaishnava culture, right? So when all the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are glorifying Rupa Goswami is humbly saying that it's all by Mahaprabhu's grace I could do anything. I don't know anything. I'm not a great scholar. So this Rupa Goswami is so humble at heart. So Ramananda once said, Mora jihva veena yantra tumi veena dhari. My jihva, my tongue is just a veena yantra. It's just a musical instrument. And you are veena dhari, you are playing. So veena is very good musical instrument, but it cannot play on its own. Someone has to play it. Similarly, a devotee also feels that I cannot do the service on my own. I need blessings of Guru, Krishna and Vaishnavas. That humility is the ornament of a devotee's character, right? So a devotee is not so eager to accept credit. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that my holy name will be chanted in every nook and corner, in every village and in every town. And there are acharyas like Srila Prabhupada who have made that true. But they don't have a tinge of credit. They give all credit to Mahaprabhu, right? So Srila Prabhupada wrote Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. His beautiful purpose, of course, based on Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's commentary and Bhakti Vinod Thakur's commentary. They wrote commentaries on Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anubhashya and Amrita Pravaha Bhashya. Our Prabhupada has taken all information from there only and translated, right? Most of it. So, at the end of translating Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada wrote, I am not a great devotee and I am not a great scholar. Bhakti Vedanta Swami is saying that I am not a Vedanti, I am not a Bhakta. Okay? He says, I don't have great devotion, I don't have great scholarship. Whatever credit is there for my translation work belongs to my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Only by his instruction, only in the strength of his instruction, I did whatever I could do. All credit goes to him. And all credits go to my disciples also who have assisted me in my printing and publication and proofreading and editing work. All credit goes to them. So Prabhupada did not take any credit for himself. He transferred all credit to Guru, he transferred all credit to his disciples. So this is Vaishnavism. This is Vaishnava culture. Not being so greedy for credit for one's activities. And giving all credits to other devotees and recognizing every devotee for their good qualities, for their good contributions, however small it may be, however big it may be. We need to recognize their good qualities and good contributions and appreciate them for what they are and encourage them in that direction. In the spiritual world, in the Vaikuntha, there are so many plants with very beautiful, sweetly fragrant flowers. Mandara kunda kurabotpala champakarna punnaganaga bakulam vujaparijata gandherchite tulasika bharanena tasya yasmim stapahas manaso bahumanayanti. Mandara, Kunda, Kuraba, Utpala, Champaka, Arana, Punnaga, Naga, Bakula, Ambuja, Parijata. These are the names of the flowers that are present in the Vaikuntha. I don't know. We are just names. I don't know the English equivalents of all these names. Prabhupada also says that. So, all these flowers are very sweet, very fragrant, very colorful. They have different shapes and sizes. Okay, but these flowers are not envious, not proud. Whenever Tulasi comes there to render service to Lord Vishnu, then naturally all these beautifully, sweetly fragrant flowers give all encouragement and front line to Tulasi. You go and serve the Lord. Gandherchite tulasika bharanena tasya yasmimstapahasa manaso bahumanayanti. Because Tulasi Maharani has done so many austerities and become very dear to Krishna, all the beautiful flowers they give preference to Tulsi Maharani. May Tulsi Maharani serve the Lord. If you have so much talent, you have so many qualities, will you allow someone else to go and serve Guru or Krishna? But even the flowers of Vaikuntha are very encouraging and not envious. Even the birds also are very encouraging. There are so many birds. Paravatanya bhritasara sachakrabaka dakyuha hamsa sukati kiribarhinamya kolahalo viramate chiramatramutchir bhringadhike harikatham ivagayamane paravata anya bhrita sarasa chakravaka dakyuha hamsa suka titiri barhi. These are the names of the birds of Vaikuntha. Okay, so birds, I don't know the English equivalents again. Okay, so all these are birds of Vaikuntha. They are very beautiful. They have very sweet singing sounds, and they also have sweet, beautiful forms and feathers and different shapes and sizes. But all these sweet singing birds take a low profile when a bumblebee comes there to glorify Krishna. What is the comparison between a bumblebee sound of on the crickets also, right? So what is the sweetness of bumblebee sound like that? And the koel is making such sweet sound. I don't know how to make. Some kids are here. If they want to make, they can make. Madhapriya, you want to make? Koel. Wow. Loudly. Only one second. No problem. So basically, there are so many sweet singing birds in Vaikuntha. They take a low profile to encourage this bumblebee. Why? Bumblebee is making some sound that is resembling Harikatha, not even Harikatha, it's resembling Harikatha. Right? What is that? Harikatham iva gayamani. So, seeing that bumblebee is attempting to glorify Lord Hari, all the other sweet singing birds take a back seat and allow bumblebee to go and glorify Hari. In terms of physical beauty, a bee is in no comparison with a beautiful peacock or a parrot. In comparison to sound, in consideration of sound, bumblebee sound is not so attractive if you consider the sound of a koel, cuckoo bird. Okay, but they are very encouraging. There is no envy in the spiritual world. If there is envy in our hearts, we cannot enter the spiritual world. As simple as that. So Vaishnava culture is to be non-envious. Vaishnava culture is to be humble, not proud. There is no pride, there is no envy in the hearts of the residents of Vaikuntha. Right? So with a humble state of mind, they are glorifying the Lord. And there is no greed to take credit. There is no hankering for self-glorification. Every devotee is doing service to the best of one's ability. Let me tell a little story. There are some kids here. There is one story for you. Okay. There is one crow. This crow is very disgusted about himself only. I look so black. I'm not so beautiful. Nobody likes the sound that I make. You want to make crow sound? You want to Kirtada, you want to make sound of crow? Try. Madhapriya, try. Why can't you try? Yeah, you want to try? Okay. Very good. Something like that. Even crow did not like his own sound. Okay. The crow went to a monk. Okay. And asked him, you know so many powers. You have so many powers. Would you like to make me a swan? I am so disgusting to myself only. I don't like my sound. I don't like my shape. I don't like my color. Nobody likes me. So please make me a beautiful swan. The monk said, okay, fine. I have some powers I can make. Okay. But before I transform you into a beautiful white swan, I just want you to go and meet a swan and take a review. Is swan happy with what it is? You are not happy with what you are. Just check with a swan. Are you happy with what you are? Crow said, yes, I'll do it. So Crow went to the swan and asked the swan, Swan, are you happy with what you are? Or you want to become something like something? Then the swan said, I'm not happy. I'm so white, I'm so pale. Actually, I like its meat is very reddish. Parrot is more attractive. Hear the sweet singing of the parrot. People want the parrot to make some sounds, and with great relish they hear. I would like to be parrot given a chance. Then the crow understood that becoming not so exciting. Becoming crow is more exciting, right? So then the crow went to the monk and said, "Make me parrot." One said, "Oh, really? You have changed your mind after meeting this man? Okay, go and meet the parrot, then come back to me." Okay, the crow went to the parrot, and the parrot said that I'm not happy. People want to arrest me in a cage. They will give me some small berries and govas, and they expect me to speak like them. Right? When I speak, they laugh. They laugh and I cry. Right? So just because I make some sounds that resemble human sounds, I have to stay within a cage only forever. I'm not happy like this. Okay, and my feathers are not so beautiful. Nobody aspires to take my feathers. But peacock's feathers are very beautiful. Okay, nobody cages a peacock also. Peacock is left alone to move around. So I want to become a peacock, given an opportunity. Then the crow understood, yes, peacock is the best bird. I must go to peacock. I must become a peacock. It went to the monk. Monk said, same formula, go and talk to peacock. Right? You go and talk to peacock, then if you are convinced, I will make you a peacock. Then the peacock, then crow went to the peacock and asked, are you happy? Peacock said, so many hunters are chasing me for my feathers. I am not very happy. I have given one feather to Krishna voluntarily, but many people are asking my feathers. I am not voluntarily wanting to give those feathers, but they are plucking my feathers, they are hunting me. Okay, so I am not very happy. So then what would you like to be given an opportunity? I want to be a crow. Peacock said, I want to be a crow. Why you want to become a crow? Then he said, nobody likes the sound of crow, so nobody chases a crow. Nobody cages a crow. Nobody keeps the crow in a cage. And nobody wants to keep crow's feathers also. And crow is not even caught to eat also. Okay, sometimes other birds are caught to eat, but crow is not caught to eat. So I better become a crow, I can stay peacefully in life. So then crow understood. This whole story is not meant to prove that crow is the best bird. That's not my message. The message is, the Lord has given some talents, some skills to everybody. Be happy. Okay? Don't envy someone. Don't hanker to become like someone. Don't envy someone. So Krishna has given us some qualities, some talents, and we can utilize them in Krishna's service to the best of our ability, with all good intentions, with all integrity. So Prabhupada writes in the 7th canto, 5th chapter, 12th purport, very beautiful purport. Vaikuntha thinking or Vaishnava thinking is to allow everyone to render service to the best of their ability to Krishna, and not to envy anyone, and not to have pride, not to have a sense of superiority complex or inferiority complex. Pride means superiority complex. Envy means inferiority complex. This superiority complex and inferiority complex will make our life complex. Right? You want complex life or simple life? Yes, simple life, right? Then give up pride and give up envy, and that is Vaishnavism. One can become a Vaishnav to the degree one gives up these great enemies of pride and envy in the heart. Right? One more problem with pride is, proud people perceive envy in others. And the problem with envy is, envious people perceive pride in others. Others may be proud or envious, that's a different thing. But if I am envious, I see that he is so proud. He is so proud. He may not be proud. Because you are envious, you are seeing pride in him. Right? Sometimes it happens also, right? And you may think, he is so envious of me. Whenever I wear a new shirt, he is envious of me. He is envious of my mobile phone. He is envious of my sweet singing voice. He is envious of my dance. He is envious of my talents. He may not be envious. You are so proud. You are thinking, you are perceiving envy in others. Right? So they may be envious, they may be proud also, but the pride within our hearts will make us perceive envy in others. The envy in our hearts will make us perceive pride in others. That's problem. But a Vaishnava, a spiritual seeker is one, a devotee is one who consciously gives up pride and envy. Okay. So in the amongst the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we don't see any envy or pride, right? So Rupa Goswami is being glorified so much, all the other Vaishnavas are celebrating the success of Rupa Goswami. They are not being envious of him, right? And Rupa Goswami is not being proud. And like that we can extend this to so many people. Haridas Thakur is made Namacharya. Rupa Goswami did not come and had an argument with Mahaprabhu. I can become Namacharya. Why are you giving him Namacharya position? I will become Namacharya. And did he say like that? There is no instance where you see Mahaprabhu's loving associates are fighting with each other for prominence. Rupa Goswami is an author. Sanatana Goswami is an author. Did Haridas Thakur go and fight with Mahaprabhu? I will also become an author. You told me to sit in a corner and chant 192 rounds in a day. I will also write books. Right? Did he say that? No. Haridas Thakur is happy with the role that is given to him by Mahaprabhu. He is chanting and they are writing. They are becoming temple presidents. Right? So different devotees are given opportunities to render different services to the best of their ability. They should do it with integrity, humility. And that makes them satisfied, that makes the Lord become satisfied, and let's coexist happily, right? So that's what is expected from Vaishnavas. This is Vaishnava culture. Without competing with others, comparing with others, this comparison, competition, confrontation and criticism, this will lead to, these 4 C's will lead to different D's: depression, discouragement, disappointment, demotivation, and we finally become dysfunctional. Let's not get caught up in this C's and D's. Okay, let's not get caught up in C's and D's. All the C's and D's are products of pride and envy. Right? Let's not compare. You can compare yourself with others to take inspiration, to grow in bhakti, not to demean them or pull them down. That is envy. So this satisfaction within the heart as per one's devotional service is the nature of a Vaishnava. Let me be satisfied with whatever service opportunity that I got and let me render it to the best of my ability. Right? Let me not become envious of another devotee who is doing better service than me. Right? So further, more aspects of Vaishnava culture. Gratitude. We have discussed many, right? Not hankering for credit, respecting others for what they are doing, and also we have seen being non-envious, being humble, not having pride. All that we have seen. Let's have some more qualities, whatever time we have on. So gratitude is another very, very important quality that we need to cultivate. So a devotee is grateful for every single blessing that he received from other devotees and Krishna. If we count our blessings, we will not become ungrateful. You know what is gratitude in Sanskrit? Kritagnata. Kritagna means, krita means that which is done for us, gna means to remember it, to know it, to be knowledgeable about it. Kritagna is a person who knows and who is aware, who remembers what others have done to him and also tries to reciprocate. One who is grateful has remembrance of all the favors he received from others and also has an ability, as an intention to reciprocate with it, to render service back, right? So this is gratitude. So that gratitude is the foundational quality, and of all the disgraceful behavior or disgraceful attitude, the worst is ingratitude. So many devotees have helped us in so many ways in growing in our bhakti. How can we be not grateful to them? So now we are in a certain position in devotional service. We are able to chant 16 rounds. We are able to read Gita and Bhagavatam. We are able to take darshan of Gandharvika Giridhari and Mahaprabhu and Narasimhadev. So all these great spiritual privileges are given to us because of the mercy of so many devotees. So many people have contributed to our spiritual lives. Parents have nourished us in various ways. Friends and teachers and other Vaishnavas in general, all of them have helped us to come to this level. Let us be grateful to them. So that gratitude is the foundational virtue in spiritual life. Okay. Now, gratitude is not for something that we have received from someone like only when we wanted it. We should be grateful for things that we have received even when we have not desired for it. For example, an average conditioned soul doesn't desire to chant. A devotee comes and inspires him to chant, please chant, right? Somehow he accepted chanting. Initially maybe forced, later he grew up in his chanting. So although we never wanted it, we never aspired for it, we never asked for it, still Vaishnavas out of their compassion, mercy, they are coming and inspiring us and assisting us in our bhakti. How much gratitude we should have. They are bringing us closer to Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to Jagannath Puri under the instruction of Sachi Mata. And 4 devotees, Nityananda, Jagadananda, Damodara, Mukunda, they accompanied Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the way to Jagannath Puri. And one day Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed with gratitude and told all these 4 devotees, I am very grateful to you because you brought me to Jagannath and showed me Jagannath Ji. Means whoever brings us closer to Jagannath, whoever brings us closer to Krishna is the dearest friend, and we need to be grateful to such person. Mahaprabhu is demonstrating it by his personal example. Right? Let me tell you one more story. You know this little boy, Dhruva, 5-year-old child. He was insulted by his stepmother Suruchi. Suruchi did not allow him to sit on his father's lap or father's throne. He was devastated. He was angry. He seemed like a snake that is beaten by a stick or that is stamped by someone. So in such a state of mind, he went to Mother Suniti, his own mother. And you know what Mother Suniti did? Suniti detected some agitation in the mind of this boy. It's not just mere disappointment for not getting an opportunity to sit on father's lap. It is much more than that. It is revengeful attitude towards his stepmother. It is hatred towards his stepmother. It is also envy towards his stepbrother Uttama. Uttama is sitting on father's lap, I am unable to sit. He has some envy. And Suruchi did not allow me to sit. He became very revengeful, hateful towards Suruchi. So Suniti detected all these bitter feelings in the heart of this Dhruva. He's just a 5-year-old child. Then Suniti, as a mother, she is already experiencing the pain of her husband's neglect and the misbehavior and mistreatment of her co-wife, right? She's already experiencing that. On top of it, her own child is now insulted. She felt even more pain. Mother can tolerate pain on a personal level. If the child is pain, mother cannot tolerate it. But she is already in great pain. But although she was experiencing that pain, she could tolerate that pain and inculcate some spiritual values, Vaishnava cultural values in her son. She gave 3 advices. In short, she told 3 things to her son. You know what are they? First, never desire harm for anyone even if they have harmed you. Don't desire harm for anyone. Means don't desire harm for Suruchi. Okay. Second point, whatever pain or inconvenience that we are receiving in our lives is only because of our own past misdeeds. She is not indicating that Suruchi harmed you, Suruchi insulted you today, tomorrow she will experience that pain. Don't worry. She will be destroyed. That's not her point. We must have done some mistake in the past and we are experiencing that pain through her, not from her. When we are pained by someone, that pain is coming to us through another person, not from that person. He is not the cause of our suffering. We are the cause of our suffering. Right? Like postman gives some letter. In that letter, they get a sweet news. I got first rank in my exam. So will you give all credit to the postman? You may thank him. You will not do abhishek for him, right? So the postman got some, say, death news of a relative. You will not beat him and slap him, right? Why did you bring this letter to me? What nonsense you are doing, right? I'm in a happy mood. You spoiled all my mood by bringing this death news to me. You will not beat him. He's just a postman. Death happened somewhere else, right? So similarly, we may receive pain through someone, not from them. Apparently they are the cause, they are the immediate cause, but ultimately we deserve it, right? So Suniti said this. There is much more to discuss, but let's keep it short. Third point, whatever desire you have, take shelter of Krishna. So Suniti, Mother Suniti is demonstrating height of spiritual culture. Even though Suruchi has misbehaved and mistreated her son, Suniti had absolutely no bitter feelings towards Suruchi. And she wants to remove the bitter feelings in the heart of Dhruva also. This is Vaishnavism. Don't desire harm for those people even if they have harmed you. Don't envy people even if they envy you. Deal with them. Do the needful, but don't envy them at heart. Don't hold any bitter feelings of negativity or hatred or grudge towards them. She said this. And first two things did not enter the brain of Dhruva. He could not follow the first two advices. You remember the three advices, right? First two he could not follow. Third one he followed. I have to worship the Lord to sit on my father's throne. Why father's throne? I will sit in a position which is superior to even Brahma also. With that desire, he worshipped the Lord. And you know the story. He got the Lord's darshan in 6 months. And the Lord said, you will rule there for 36,000 years. You will be happy. Your stepmother will die. Your stepbrother will die. So many things he said. To cut the long story short, 36,000 years passed. I fast forwarded the story, 36,000 years. So Dhruva ruled the earth for 36,000 years, retired from the kingdom, went to Badrikashram, and Vaikuntha airplane came to take Dhruva to Vaikuntha. Then the Vishnu Parshadas, Vishnu Dutas, who are they? Nanda and Sunanda. They told Dhruva, please board the airplane. Let's go to Vaikuntha. Let's go to Dhruva Loka. Then Dhruva boarded the airplane. He offered obeisances. Before boarding the airplane, he offered obeisances and he took blessings from all the sages at Badrikashram. He is going to Vaikuntha, never to come back. They are not going to Vaikuntha, they are staying back, but he is taking blessings from them. This is Vaishnava culture. Take blessings from everyone. Don't feel proud that you are getting a great spiritual privilege, and don't look down upon people who are not having such spiritual privileges. Accept blessings from them also. Our Dhruva demonstrated this humility. So then he boarded the Vaikuntha airplane. And the airplane is about to take off. Then Dhruva got a thought, no, I should not go. I will not go. I will not go. Let me jump off the airplane. Why? He remembered his mother suddenly. How can I go to Vaikuntha alone by leaving my mother Suniti? I cannot leave my mother Suniti. 36,000 years back, it is only by my mother's inspiration that I performed bhakti unto Vishnu, and now I got this privilege to go to Vaikuntha. Right? 36,000 years back, Suniti gave a counseling session to Dhruva for 5 minutes, or 3 minutes, or 10 minutes, I don't know exact time. It's not mentioned in Bhagavatam. But she inspired him to take shelter of Krishna 36,000 years back. But Dhruva, while going to Vaikuntha, he remembered his mother. So that is gratitude. This is Vaishnava culture. To be grateful to everyone who has assisted us in our spiritual life, who helped us in spiritual life in a small way or a big way. How can we be ungrateful to mother? How can we be ungrateful to father? How can we be ungrateful to our Siksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus and other Vaishnavas who are supporting us, helping us, guiding us in 100 different ways? So Dhruva is exemplifying this principle of gratitude to his mother Suniti. So of all kinds of disgraceful behavior, the most disgraceful behavior is to be ungrateful to somebody. Now, let's go a little deeper into it. Gratitude at a basic level is you feel a sense of obligation, thankfulness towards someone who helped you, who served you in some way. But real gratitude is not that gratitude that we show to someone who served you. A higher gratitude is to become grateful to someone who gave you opportunity to serve them. Got it? So, gratitude is not just for the service received by you. Gratitude is for the service opportunity that you received to serve others. Right? So, I am very grateful to you for allowing me to serve you. That's what a Vaishnava says. Vaishnava Seva. You served me, thank you so much. That's one level. You gave me opportunity to serve you, thank you so much. That's higher level, right? So, you know how all the Vaishnavas feel when they speak Srimad Bhagavatam? They thank the audience. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to glorify Krishna. Giving class is not showing off one's knowledge or eloquence. Giving class is an opportunity to become Krishna conscious for that 1 hour. You can't be spaced out while speaking, right? You can't be dozing off while speaking class, right? So attentively you have to glorify Krishna. And audience are giving us opportunity to attentively glorify Krishna and become Krishna conscious. So the speaker thanks the audience gratefully for giving him an opportunity to become Krishna conscious for 1 hour. This is gratitude demonstrated by Sukadeva Goswami, demonstrated by Maitreya Muni, demonstrated by Narada Muni, and so many other speakers of Bhagavatam within Bhagavatam. Right? So this is Vaishnava culture. To be grateful for everything, to be respectful towards everyone, okay, and to be compassionate, to be satisfied with whatever one receives, right, and to not hanker for credit, and to not become proud of one's accomplishments, right. We can't be in accomplishment consciousness. We should be in instrument consciousness. Nimittamatram bhavasavya sachim. Krishna already told Arjuna, I have killed all these people, you just have to manifest their death. As soon as they attempted to disrobe Draupadi and offend a chaste Vaishnavi like Draupadi, I have decided that all these people should die. And you have to manifest their death. You want to see? Lord Krishna manifested this Vishwarupa and later he manifested this Kalarupa. He has hundreds of ferocious mouths, and from all those mouths some fire is emanating. Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Duryodhan, Dushyasan, Shakuni, all these people are entering the fire. Krishna has decided their death and Arjuna has to implement it as an instrument of Krishna. So whatever service we have done, whatever great activities we have done, all these are happening only by Krishna's grace, only by Acharya's grace, only by Guru's blessings. So we should not become proud of our accomplishments. We should be grateful to them for utilizing us as instruments. So this is Vaishnava culture, right? And in our dealings with other Vaishnavas, even if we get some inconvenience from them, we may communicate, do the needful, but we should not hold grudge. We should not hold envy. We should not hold any bitter, negative feelings that will displease the heart of Krishna, that will displease Srimati Radharani's heart, right? So this is Vaishnavism. And let me conclude with one little story from Ramayana, because Ramanam is coming, right? Okay, so Ramayana, some little Vaishnava culture. When Vibhishan came to surrender to Lord Ramachandra, Ram asked all the Vanaras, what's your opinion? Should we accept him as our friend? What's your opinion? What's your opinion? He's asking everyone. Different devotees gave their opinions. Finally, Sugriva, the king, gave his opinion. He said, we should never trust Vibhishan, because Vibhishan is the brother of Ravana. He is a demon after all, and on top of it, he is the brother of the Rakshasa who has kidnapped your wife. How can you trust him? How can you accept him as a friend? Right? Maybe he is coming at this moment where we are about to begin the war. probably to understand the secrets of our army and send a WhatsApp message to Ravana, and as soon as he sees the message, he will delete it. Right? So maybe that's his purpose. So therefore, we should not trust him. In fact, I would say, let's kill him. Let's kill Vibhishan. That's what Sugriva said. Then Ram asked Hanuman, Hanuman, what's your opinion? Hanuman said, Sugriva is very genuine. I can see his face. His overall demeanor doesn't reveal any duplicity or diplomacy or hypocrisy in him. He's very genuine. He's coming here with a genuine intent to serve you, my dear Lord. Accept him. Okay. So then Mahaprabhu, our Ram heard his opinion also. And of course, Hanumanji had more exposure to Vibhishan. Hanumanji already went to Lanka. He saw Vibhishan already once, right? He has more understanding about Vibhishan. You know what Ram said? Forget Vibhishan. Even if Ravana personally comes to surrender to me, I accept him as my friend. I will forgive all his offenses. Right? To this degree, Lord Ramachandra is forgiving. Fine? This is Vaishnava culture. Forgiveness. Another important point that I wanted to mention is that after Ram gave this decision, his verdict, he said, let's analyze the mentalities or the emotions of Sugriva and Hanuman. Did Sugriva feel so unhappy that I am the king and Ram is not accepting my advice only? I have done so much service to Ram and I have arranged for so many military troops to fight with Ravana and to build Lanka bridge. And I am the one who had sent my armies in all directions to search for Sita Devi. Ram has forgotten all my favors. He is not accepting my advice. He is accepting Hanuman's advice. Hanumanji is so dear to him. I am the king. He is supposed to give more value to my advice. He is giving more value to Hanumanji's advice. So did Sugriva feel a sense of inferiority complex or envy or grudge or some bitterness towards Ram? No. Hanumanji, did he feel so proud? See, I am so great. Ram values my words. Sugriva, for namesake only he is king. Ram doesn't give any value to his advice only. I am the greatest advisor. Did Hanuman feel a sense of pride? No. No pride in Hanuman. No envy in Sugriva. Their relationship continued as it is. In fact, Sugriva changed his opinion after he understood that Lord Ramachandra wants to accept Vibhishan. This is Vaishnava culture. Let's be flexible for the service of the Lord. Sugriva is nothing to minimize Sugriva. Sugriva, with whatever information he has, whatever understanding he has, he genuinely thought that Vibhishan could harm Lord Ram, therefore he proposed like this. Otherwise, Sugriva had nothing against Vibhishan. For safety, he said that. So, Sugriva is right in his proposal, but Hanumanji had more information, more intelligence, more skills to evaluate somebody. So he proposed like that. Ram understood the intent of both of them. At intent level, Sugriva and Hanuman both want to serve me only. Therefore, let's not consider someone better or someone less. So let me accept their heart, their intention. So sometimes intentions may be pure, but actions may not be the best, the external actions. Therefore, we need to give a benefit of doubt and let's not misunderstand devotees, right? And as soon as we understand that this is what pleases Guru, Krishna and Vaishnavas, let's accept it, right? Somebody wants to offer blue dress to the deities and some other pujari wants to offer red dress to the deities. Right? There's a difference of opinion, but both of them wanted to offer dress to the deities, right? There is service attitude in both, right? So see the positivity there and then handle the difference of opinion as much as possible, right? So this is Vaishnava culture, to respect and value others' opinions without misunderstanding them. At the same time, when you are having a discussion on how to implement something, the best idea wins. That's fine, that's understood. But that should not, the difference of opinion difference in working style should not lead to grudge or envy or negativity towards other Vaishnavas. You can have different opinion. You may disagree with someone, but don't disrespect that person. Disagreements allowed. Disrespect not allowed. Okay. So if you disrespect another Vaishnava, that hurts Krishna's heart. If you disagree, that's understood. Fine, no problem. Different devotees work in different flavors, no problem. That keeps happening. Okay. So this is Vaishnava culture. Not to disrespect anyone despite having a different opinion from others. Right? Hanumanji had no disrespect for Sugriva. Sugriva had no disrespect for Hanuman. And Lord Chaitanya, Lord Ram understands both. Right? So Pandavas, they're different in their characteristics. Bhima, he is such a great club fighter, right? So he has the strength of 10,000 elephants in one arm. That means you keep 10,000 elephants in one row, Bhima would punch the first elephant. The 10,000 elephant will fall down. Just imagine what must have happened to first elephant. Can you guess, Madhapriya? Right? So what must have happened to the second elephant? So that is Bhima's strength. Okay. And Arjuna, he is greatest celebrity in those days. So he could impress even Shiva and Indra also and get some special weapons from them also. He had so many military certificates. Okay. And we also have Yudhishthira Maharaj has his own talents. Nakul Sahadeva, they had their own talents. But all of them, although they have their unique talents and unique characteristics, unique working styles, unique thought patterns, they are together always in Krishna's service. So the 5 fingers of one hand cannot be of same length. Just imagine eating your food, eating pizza or pasta or whatever it may be, with a hand that has all 5 fingers of the same length. Can you imagine? Prabhu, I forgot your name. Prahlad. If all your 5 fingers are of the same length, same thickness, right? So will you be able to eat your food properly? Idli, you can try once. You can cut the idli. You can do like this, but both are of the same height. You can't do much. Similarly, we can't expect everyone to be of the same format. Garland is there. Okay? Garland. So there is one white flower, there is one yellow flower, there is one green, some leaf, right? You can add more colors also in this. Garland is so beautiful with so many flowers of so many sizes and shapes and fragrances and colors, right? Similarly, a Vaishnava community looks so brilliant with different types of Vaishnavas, with different working styles, with different talents and skills. This is diversity, and there be unity in this diversity. All of us are united at heart to serve the deities, to serve the Lord, to serve Guru. But we have our own individual characteristics, right? We have our own styles. So let's celebrate this variety, okay? So it's variety and not contradiction in our styles. So that is Vaishnava culture. To be united despite having diverse backgrounds and diverse styles of functioning is Vaishnava culture. To accommodate everyone for what they are, right? It's easier said than done, but let's try for this, because that's what our scriptures are teaching us, unity in diversity. We have seen Vaikuntha flavor, we have seen Goloka flavor, I think we have not seen that. But it's there also. Just accept my words at this moment. Okay. In Goloka also there is that unity. Gopas, gopis, they have different characteristics. Madhumangal is of one style, Subal is of another style, right? But Krishna has friendship with all of them together. So this is Vaishnava culture. These are some finer nuances of Vaishnava culture. And when Pandavas I said, right, 5 devotees. Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna only. Did Yudhishthira Maharaj fight with him? You should become my driver, Krishna, right? Not Arjuna's driver. Did Arjuna get into, did Yudhishthira Maharaj get into a fight? Did Bhima say, Krishna, why don't you become my chariot driver? I am the one who has taken a vow to kill all the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra. I will be killing Duryodhan. The main enemy on the other side is Duryodhan. I will kill him. You should become my driver, right? And Yudhishthira, did he say that even if they win the war, who will sit on the throne? Bhima will not sit. Arjuna will not sit. I will sit on the throne. It's better for you to become my driver. Okay? Did Yudhishthira say that? They happily accepted Krishna being the driver of Arjuna. And did Arjuna have any pride? See, Krishna is my driver, not Yudhishthira's driver. And did Arjuna say, I am the one who killed Bhishma and Drona, I will sit on the throne. Yudhishthira, you sit there. You sit in another chair. Hey, did he say that? No. So they respected everyone for what they are. They valued everyone's contributions, right? And they served Krishna with united hearts and their individual personalities, with their own talents, with their own skill sets, with their own thought patterns, with their own set of accomplishments. So to be together despite having varieties of skills, varieties of opinions, varieties of working styles is Vaishnava culture, right? So there are many more things to discuss. So there are a few cultural nuances of Vaishnavism. So let me conclude here. Thank you so much for your patient attention, and I am very grateful to be coming to Gandharvika Giridhari temple here at HBR layout, right? Although I stayed for 2 years in Bangalore, I don't know anything in Bangalore. Right, I am there within the IISc campus only all the way. So, but I am very happy to come here after a decade. 2013 I came, and 23 I am coming here. Very happy. Thank you so much for having me with all of you and giving me your wonderful association today. I felt very happy. I am very grateful to all of you for this wonderful Sangha that you have created here, and I felt very happy to spend 1.5 hours with all the beautiful children of this congregation. So, Prahalad, Taruni, Madhava, Priya, and many other kids are there. I forgot your name, Prabhu. So I had very good time with all of them. You are also bringing up your children in a very Krishna conscious way. They are able to understand the philosophy. Many of them are chanting also. So very happy to be with all of you. Thank you very much. And if there are any mistakes in what I said or what I did, please forgive me for that also. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. If you have questions, you can ask. I need to go to the next temple now. I am on a big tour.
You can. We have 1 or 2 questions. Yes,
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class. Prabhu, my question is, you told about pride and envy. Being in ISKCON, we do a very nice lip service. No, it's not my thing, it's Guru Maharaj's mercy, Krishna's mercy. But it doesn't come from heart depth of the heart. So how do we really practice non-enviousness, not just superficially, but going deep?
There are 3 things: emotion, expression, and action. Emotion is at the heart level, expression verbal level, action physical level. Okay, so you are saying that at expression level we practice this. Yes, it's all the mercy of Guru Maharaj. But at heart we are not seeing it as really mercy of Vaishnavas, Guru and Krishna, but there is some sense of accomplishment, some sense of doership. So how does it go away? It takes some time for it to go away. It all begins with careful introspection. For example, somebody dressed the deity so nicely, okay? The pujari. Every devotee is coming and glorifying. Wow, such a beautiful turban you have tied, right? Such nice ornaments you have chosen, right? You dress the deity so nicely. It's a very divine darshan. You can feel happy for it, right? But if you carefully introspect, Pujari had spent half an hour or 1 hour to dress the deity, but garlands are made by Matajis, okay, and dresses are stitched by some dressmaking department, ornaments are made by some jewelry shop, and are selected and purchased by some devotees, right? What else? 90% credit those who made the dress, those who made the garlands, those who made the ornaments. Where is Pujari's contribution there? He brought all of them and spent half an hour to put all of them together, right? So if we actually introspect, behind any activity, there are hundreds of devotees who have played their part. For example, a cook has made some food item nicely, but did he create paneer? Someone has made it, right? Credit goes to the cow also there. if the item has come up well, paneer sabji has come up well, credit goes to the cow also. Credit goes to those people who have made this recipe also. You may have tweaked a little bit, but who is the first person who said that from paneer we can make some sabji? Credit goes to that person also, right? So like that, and there are so many farmers who grew all the ingredients. So if you just carefully introspect, behind the accomplishment of any activity, there are 100 people, not 100, there are 1,000 also. We don't know the exact figure, but there are so many people who have made their small or big contributions. So if we just recount all of them, there is no possibility of becoming proud only, right? In fact, we will be more humbled. These people are glorifying me so much. My God, I did nothing. So many people are there to help me, assist me in so many ways. And my contribution in this whole accomplishment is very minimal, very small. Nimitta matram bhavasabhyati. Somebody glorifies Arjuna. We are such a great warrior. You have killed Drona, you have killed Karna, you have killed Bhishma, you have killed Jayadratha. Then Arjuna remembers, Krishna showed me Vishwarupa. He has already killed all of them. I have seen. With my own eyes I have seen. He told me, become an instrument only. Nimitta matram bhavasabhyati. If Arjuna has that scene in the mind of seeing Vishwarupa, where is the possibility of Arjuna's becoming proud of his being the hero of Kurukshetra? So everything is being done by Krishna's grace, Guru's grace, Vaishnava's grace. So as you said, instead of just saying it, we should feel it. And that feeling will come the more we contemplate, honestly introspect, right? So that honesty at heart at least, so that should be there. And we should also pray to Krishna. Krishna, please give me the humility to give credit and acknowledge the contributions of all the other devotees and not be so greedy to accept credit. Right? We should pray for that humility. That prayer itself is made with humility, and Krishna will make us humble also. And Krishna will continue to use us as instruments to do more and more services. Any other question? Yes, please.
Thank you very much for your I got the list of qualities that I need to acquire now. Will these qualities should I acquire by practicing consciously, or is it available as a tool when I travel the path of bhakti?
Wow, such a beautiful question. Prabhuji is asking, should we separately endeavor to cultivate these qualities, or they will automatically manifest when I do bhakti? The answer is both. Okay, the answer is given by Prahlad Maharaj. He said, Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunaistatra samasate surah harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena satidhavato bahi. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. If you are doing akinchana bhakti, unflinching devotional service unto Krishna, Sarvair Gunaistattra Samasate Suraha, all the good qualities of even devatas manifest in the personality of a devotee. Okay? So it manifests by doing bhakti. However, it is also said by Krishna, cultivate these qualities. In the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, he gave a big list of more than 30 qualities that are endearing unto Krishna. Right? And in the 13th chapter, he gave 20 items of knowledge. In the 16th chapter, he gave 26 qualities of Vaishnavas. We need to cultivate all of them. Amanitvam, Adam, Bhitvam, Ahimsa, Kshantirajyavam, Acharyopasanam, Shaucham, Thairyam, Atmavinigraha. In the Bhagavatam, there are several lists of qualities that Krishna spoke to Uddhava in Uddhava Gita. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu spoke to Rupsanathan. These are the qualities of Vaishnavas. Gita, Bhagavatam, CC, all our core Vaishnava scriptures are urging us to cultivate these qualities. Right? As I said, bhakti involves Sravanam and Kirtanam. That is watering process. Right in the beginning of the class we were discussing this example. So Sravanam and Kirtanam is the watering process. But watering process is not sufficient. Soil also has to be fertile. Okay, watering process will definitely help the tree to grow, creeper to grow, but soil also has to be fertile. So by performing bhakti, we cultivate these qualities, no doubt. However, we can also give some separate and special emphasis to cultivating these qualities, right? Humility. Like Mahaprabhu said, Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahavihi. To be able to always chant the holy names of Krishna, we should be humble. We should practice humility. We should learn to tolerate. We should respect everyone. We should not hanker for honor from others. Tie this shloka as a kanthimala around your necks, right? So this is what Mahaprabhu taught us, right? So we need to cultivate these qualities definitely. We need to make the soil of our heart fertile, and by bhakti also we will improve on these qualities. Thank you. Hare Krishna. One more question we can take. Any question? Any question they have? One more?
One more question. Prabhu is very merciful.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Father.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Like Mataji asked the question, like how to regarding that only, like when we told that we need to be humble, when we introspect ourselves, we become humble. Like we are nothing. We didn't do anything. Like that humbleness, for doing practicing that, I observe many devotees appreciating other devotees. In my case, I don't do anything, but all the devotees will come and appreciate me, and I will feel like so bad. Like why are they appreciating so much, which is not needed?
Okay.
And where to draw the line that how much appreciation should be given to others like that?
No, we should not be miserly in appreciating other Vaishnavas. Okay. So there is no measurement how much, 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers. So appreciation need not be measured in word length or word count. So we can pour out our appreciation. But if you notice that a younger devotee who is under your care is becoming proud, you may kind of cut down the appreciation or glorification praise little bit so that the devotee's feet are on the ground, not in the sky. Okay. To that degree, as a caretaker, with all good intentions, you may kind of restrict and minimize the appreciation. Sometimes gurus, they don't appreciate or glorify their disciples so much so that disciples become humble. But in our relationships with all other Vaishnavas, so we should not restrict our glorification. Okay. However, when others praise us, others appreciate us, how to take it? That's another question, right? So, yeah, we definitely have to transfer credit to Vaishnavas and Guru and Krishna at our heart, but that appreciation has a role to play. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorifies Vaishnavas as if he has 5 mouths. Okay? Bhakta Guna, I forgot the Bengali, it's not that easy for me to recollect Bengali. So, but Mahaprabhu is good at relishing the qualities of devotees. Whenever he glorifies as if he has 5 mouths. Okay? So, that glorification of a Vaishnava pleases that Vaishnava and pleases the heart of the Lord and helps us advance spiritually and purifies our heart from all envy. Therefore, we should not restrict our own glorification of others. When others are appreciating us, we should take it as encouragement. We should take it as acknowledgement for our service. Oh, I have done this service and this devotee came and appreciated me. Means this devotee is pleased with my seva and I feel happiness. I feel encouraged to do more service. So, take that appreciation only as an acknowledgement and blessing rather than becoming proud. So, we can be happy seeing that other devotees are happy with my seva. To that degree, fine, you can accept, you can hear. But if that appreciation is increasing pride in us and it's not increasing humility, it's not making us transfer all the credit to Guru, Krishna and Vaishnavas, so there's some problem there. But when others are saying that oh, you have done the service nicely, so that's good, that's a blessing. Okay, so we should not become proud, but we can be happy. There's a difference between becoming proud and becoming happy. Okay, you have a question, Taruni? Does it answer your question, Mataji?
Regarding to my mom's question.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Like, how do we differentiate appreciate, sir.
Hmm.
We take it as like they're happy with my
Okay,
life.
okay.
But how do we differentiate?
Okay. Am I just receiving it as an acknowledgement or am I becoming proud? How do we differentiate? Okay. One thing you can take feedback from your mom. Okay. Moms understand, mothers understand the feelings of children. Okay. Secondly, within the heart, you just introspect nicely. Am I feeling happy for this acknowledgement or appreciation? And am I acknowledging? They are acknowledging me. Am I acknowledging those who have helped me? If you are acknowledging, it can be verbal acknowledgement, it can be heartfelt acknowledgement also. When someone tells you, you have done this service so nicely, say you have cooked something, so someone comes and appreciates you that you have cooked so nicely, although you are so small, you are a wonderful cook. They are saying, you are smiling, you are happy. But at heart, you should also understand that my mom taught this to me. You can verbally say it, but sometimes you may not be able to verbally say it. But at heart, at least you should acknowledge, oh, my mother, I am very grateful to you for teaching me this cooking. Now I am able to please these devotees. They are showering their blessings upon me. So when you are unable to remember all the people who helped you to come to that level of receiving appreciation from others, then that is pride. Right? If you are not remembering those who have helped you when others are appreciating you, then that can be pride. But if you are remembering, oh, because of him I did that, because of her I did that, then you are happy, you are grateful, and you can be encouraged to do more seva. Makes sense? Thank you. Shall conclude. Last question. Okay. Last question here. Yeah.
So you are saying regarding introspection and many things you said this introspect yourself. But here, when you are introspecting about our activities and this things, whether is it genuine or is it influenced by our modes and attitudes?
In our kids class, someone asked the same question. Is it our speculation, our imagination, or Krishna's inspiration? One kid asked him. You asked that? Madhapriya asked. What did I say? You remember?
Yes.
Let her answer the question.
We should verify with our elders if it is correct or not, or else we can, whatever Krishna said is also given in all the Shastras, so we can check if it relates to that, then we can say yes, okay, it's
Wow, she remembers very accurately. Basically, I was saying that if it is inspired by Krishna, that inspiration is very much in line with the Shastra. If the intuition that we got is not in line with Shastra, that's our speculation, not Krishna's inspiration, right? So the inspiration that we got is in line with Shastra. But sometimes apparently it seems to be in line with Shastra, but it's not necessarily Krishna's inspiration, it could also be our own imagination. We can verify with some senior devotees. We can verify it. So I feel like doing this, and there is some Shastric reference also, right? So, but what do you think? You can check with Guru, you can check with Shiksha Guru, you can check with some senior Vaishnavas, right? So you can have such validation of our thoughts. So we have three ways of validating. We introspect ourselves, we ask other devotees, we consult Shastra, alignment, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. So that's, I hope that answers the question. Thank you. Hare Krishna.